Hey Loveland, it is Lauren Haug with Sweetheart City Living by Perch Real Estate. I am your local lifestyle guide and real estate extraordinaire for Loveland, Colorado. And today I wanted to come on here. It's been a little while since we talked about the home buying process, and I usually do classes at breweries and different local businesses around Loveland and Fort Collins, but because of COVID-19, I was unable to do any of my Home Buying 101 classes this past spring. And so I decided to kind of update my home buyer's guide video, and that's what we are doing today. So today I'm kind of going through, I have this handy little Perch Real Estate buyer's roadmap that kind of has the steps and descriptions of the home buying process and the different things that you need to know going into it. And so I'm going to really quickly kind of go through this, try to keep it to about 5 or 6 minutes, just so that you guys can just get a really brief overview of what you need to know before you purchase a home. Currently, we've talked a little bit about in my market updates how inventory is super low, but there are still homes being listed every day and interest rates are incredibly low. So I would really love it if you guys took advantage of the super low interest rates to get a mortgage to purchase a home. Again, nobody has a crystal ball, so we don't really know how long those rates are going to stay at this crazy low. I think they're under 3 even for some people right now. We don't know how long that's going to last. So if you're considering buying a home, watch this video and then shoot me a message so that we can kind of chat about what you need to do to get ready. So the first thing, number one, that I always tell people is that it's a good idea to meet with a realtor. Or like any job interview you would do, meet with a couple just to find somebody that you jive with. This isn't an uncommon practice. I think I've talked to a lot of buyers who get kind of nervous and they're like, oh, I don't want to waste their time and blah, blah, blah. But you're about to make a huge purchase and you want to make sure that you're walking side by side along the right agent for you. You don't want to be stuck in this process with somebody that you can't communicate well with. So my first step is always to interview a couple of realtors. Hopefully you choose me because I would love to work with you, but if not, no hard feelings. But sit down with them, ask them questions, see what you need to do to get ready. So it would be kind of like having this video, only it would be more of like a one-on-one type of thing. One thing that a lot of first-time home buyers especially don't know is that when you're looking for a home, it is not your responsibility to pay your real estate agent. So huge advantage for you as a buyer. You get the expertise and knowledge from an agent and you don't have to pay them. They get paid at the end when you buy your house, but that all comes from the proceeds of the seller. So you get someone in your corner and it doesn't cost you a thing to have that. So it's a good idea to hire an agent. The second thing you're going to do is chat with your real estate agent about mortgage lenders. So I have a handful of mortgage lenders that I use. Always, 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 it is whoever you choose. So I don't get to choose your lender for you, you get to choose. But the nice thing about having your realtor in place is that most agents will have a list of mortgage lenders that they've worked with in the past, and they can refer you to somebody who they know and trust and like, and who they know is going to do a good job. And that lender is going to get you pre-approved, which means they're going to go through all your financial history. They're going to look at your credit score, they're going to look at your pay stubs, and they are going to tell you exactly what you can afford in a house. They're also going to give you an idea of what your down payment needs to look like, and also what your interest rate could potentially be. So step number 2. So find a realtor. Step number 2, get a lender, get yourself pre-approved. Then you're going to start looking for homes. This is where I like to kind of use the analogy of a dating website. So this is kind of, I'm past this time because I've been married for 10 years, but on dating websites, you get to like swipe through people and swipe left or swipe right and decide yes or no, I like this, I don't, before you go on a date with them. Your home search is going to look a lot the same. It starts online. I will, as your realtor, provide you a link that directly connects to the MLS so that you can see current listings. You'll get notifications every day whenever a property is listed, and you'll get to go onto this portal, look at the homes, look at the pictures, get information about that, and either click yes, I love this, or no, this is trash. So that's kind of the first step in your home search. The second step in your home search is like that first date kind of a thing. You call up your agent, aka your wingman, and ask them to set up a showing for you. You always have to be accompanied by an agent when you're going to look at other people's houses. So call up your agent, we'll set up a time for you to go check out a house, and you can actually see it in person. So that would be like the first date kind of in the scenario when you're looking at homes in person. Let's see. When you finally find that home that you like, you sit down with your realtor and discuss putting together an offer. And the offer more or less just lays out the timeline, how long it's going to take for you to close, gives you different dates and deadlines to get things like your inspection done, to have your appraisal done, and it gives the lender time to kind of work on your mortgage while you're under contract. It also outlines what the price is going to be, what your down payment's going to look like, how much earnest money you're going to set aside to when you put in your offer. And earnest money is it's kind of like a deposit that you put down that shows that you're serious about buying the house. So when you make your offer, you submit a check. They hold it, a third party holds it in a trust account, and then if you decide to pull out, that money goes back to you. Or if you close on the house, that money gets applied to the purchase price of your home. So that's what making an offer entails. After you make an offer, there's a couple other opportunities for you to kind of get to know the house better. So one of those opportunities is with inspection. So your real estate agent will have a list of home inspectors that they also know and like and trust. Again, you can use anyone you want, but chatting with your realtor about who to use is a good jumping off point. And you'll hire that person to come to the house and inspect it to make sure that everything's in good working order, to make sure the appliances are working okay, that the electrical seems safe, that there aren't any plumbing issues, that the roof is safe, just different things that you would want to know more about your house to give you peace of mind before buying it. And then you go back and forth with the seller. If some things pop up on the inspection that you need them to fix, that's when we go back to the seller and ask them to address those issues, either to fix them or to provide some kind of monetary credit so that you can address them after you close. The second to last step is the appraisal. And a lot of people get this confused with the inspection. An appraiser is hired by the lender, so whoever is doing your mortgage. It's somebody who comes out and gives an opinion of the home's value. And that is very useful for the mortgage broker because that gives them the peace of mind that they're lending you this money to purchase this property, and they're just trying to make sure that it's actually worth the money that they're lending. So you'll have your appraisal, and then once the appraisal's in and all of your loan documents are done, you get to close on your home. And typically when you close on your home, so that's when you go to a title company, we sit down. We don't really do this much now with coronavirus, but we would typically sit down around a table with the seller and the buyer and the agents and sign all the papers transferring ownership of the property from the seller to you. And once that's done, you own a house. So let's see, this is typically where the sellers will bring the keys. They'll tell you everything you need to know about, the quirky things in the house. And once you leave, that house is yours and you get to move in. So that is pretty much the process in a nutshell. Again, I've just been going off of our Perch Real Estate Buyer's Roadmap, which is a super useful tool, whether you're a first-time buyer or not. Most of my buyers really love having this and being able to check off the boxes as we go. And it also opens up conversation for any questions that the buyer may have that maybe they didn't know to ask before. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell, how to buy a home in Colorado. So if you have any questions, I would really appreciate it if you drop those questions in the comments, or even better, shoot me a direct message and I'd be happy to answer any questions you have about buying, about the current market conditions, and whether or not it's a good time, now is a good time to go and start looking for a home. Also, if you shoot me a message, I can send you a PDF copy of this roadmap so that you can kind of have it to look over it. But anyway, moral of the story is, first, find a good realtor, and ask lots of questions and make sure that, they're walking there by your side to help get you ready to buy. So I look forward to hearing from you guys, and we will talk again in a couple weeks. Bye.